What is up, ladies and gents? We are back. I'm the Guitarist562 and I do video game guides and walkthroughs. And in today's video, I'm going to showcase the Crossbow Dagger build that I recommend. So I'm going to go ahead and take all of this off so you can see what exactly happens. I reset all my stats so you can see the numbers for what they are. So in this build, I'm not going to use any Stellarite so you can see the raw hits that happen. As you can see, it says 274, 321, 274, 270, and then 321. And with this build, you need to realize that bonus damage is kind of extremely important for the Crossbow Dagger because it influences your overall build. So when you put on a piece of gear, for example, like this helmet, not only am I getting more damage because of the bonus damage 11, but I'm also getting the perception 5. Look what it does to my hits now. So it's 337, 289, 289, 337. And that's because it comes with bonus damage itself. So now I'm going to go ahead and put the next piece that also has bonus damage 10 and index 35. So you're getting that extra 10 per hit. Say 354, 307, 354, 307. And for Crossbow Dagger, since most of your hits are just these small hits that kind of stack up, it's extremely important that every little bit of bonus damage kind of adds up, because you also get bonus damage here off of your bracers too. As you can see, you get 13. So that's not all. Once you complete the entire set, you actually get an extra 35. And you can see here, now I'm at 80. Let's remove both of these. And now I'm at 59. Take that off right here. And now I'm at 40. So if you really want to see what these hits are hitting for, let's go ahead and take everything off. That way we can see the overall damage. So right here I still have bonus damage from the build. It's probably from the Weapon Masteries itself. So look, 267, 219, 267. Let's go ahead and put the helmet back on. That's a Dawn Mist, by the way. This is going to be the Dawn Mist build. 234. 234, 281, 234, 281. Okay, now let's put on the boots. So now that's an added 61, 194, 141, 250, 297. As you're starting to see, it's starting to climb a little bit more. Now, let's go ahead and take that off and see if this affects this over here. See, base damage and minimum damage are right here. Okay, so there's the bonus damage right here, and then there's stuff right here. This is affected by the stats here, so don't get it confused. So look, because I had extra 5 points of, what was it, perception, now I'm at 155. Take that off, I'm at 152. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See? Okay, so let's go ahead and go back. Put that on and put the boots on. I just kind of want you to understand where it's coming from. Let's see, where's the boots? Ah, here they are. So now I got the boots on, and now we're gonna see what the hits are in this build. With the 2-piece, you get that ranged evasion bonus, I think of like 250. Let's go ahead and verify. Range 250 for magic and range, which is really good for PvP. Now the only other thing that I would recommend for this build is a chest piece. You should choose the legs has to be Dawn Mist and the gloves need to be Dawn Mist. Mainly because when you put this build on, as you can see, I don't have the Dawn Mist pants. It gives you 5 extra dex points if you want to see what it looks like. Let's go ahead in the auction house real quick so you can see for yourself. The legs are here. I don't know why it refreshes like that. It's so weird. I'm trying to see the legs. Okay, here we go. Dawn Mist, Dawn Mist, Dawn Mist right here. Dex 2, max HP 375, and magic evasion. Those are the stats that you get, which is really good because you get stat points. But I couldn't get the pants because I haven't done any guild raids on this character for a while. But I can show you the 4-piece anyway because I still have it this way. But as you can see here, now I have the 4-piece. I have plus 11 here, plus 10 here, and with the 4-piece, I get an additional 35. So let's go ahead and look at the damage now. So 292, 137, 339. Okay, and that's not including all of the accessories and the stat points. So the other thing I would add is you can run the several different cloaks with this build. So let's go ahead and look at some of the cloaks that I can show you. For PvP, you'd run the Hermit Shroud. For PvE, you'd run Spectral Shadow. Some people actually like to run Archpriest Devotion, but that's entirely up to you. I prefer the bonus damage because for the crossbow player, yeah, you already get a lot of crit in the build. That bonus damage is really nice. I see that in Kuhn's community, they like to in his PvE build for free to play players, he likes to use the Archpriest Devotion. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on these pants. These aren't the stats that I'd want. Like I said, I want Dawn Mist everything, including the pants and the chest. You can choose Abyss for more stat points. Or you can use, you know, the Wraith Knight for the heavy attack chance. But it's Crossbow Dagger, so it's kind of hard to stack heavy attack on the build already. But, you know, that's just my opinion. So for the necklace, you wouldn't run this. You'd run, let me go into the auction house because I don't have it. For PvE, you would run the, where is it? It's not the they just bought it, I guess. It was just here. Let me go all the way at the bottom. The Holy Warrior's Choker, because it has mana regen, mana cost efficiency, and cooldown speed. It gives you a good amount of that. I think like 7% at max for the mana cost. Gives you good mana regen and cooldown speed. For PvE, I gotta emphasize for PvE. For PvP, obviously you can't go wrong with the Slaughter's Collar. The Bracer, you can use both of these for PvE and PvP. And now for the rings, that's where it gets a little strange because you should use the Abyss Ring. The Abyss Ring you can get from the tier 1 dungeon, Death's Abyss, and it gives you attack speed 3.3% and 7.7%. Now for the ring, you'd want to run the, let's see, where is it? It's not here. Oh, here goes. You can get this because of the fact that you can get runes on it later on, but it doesn't have the attack speed, but it has dexterity 4, or you can go into the lithograph right here and type in Lethal Fortune to get a free one. As you can see here, you can submit all 4 of these and you get the Lethal Fortune ring that gives you an added attack speed and 3, because you want to have around 40% attack speed as a Crossbow Dagger player. But because we don't have that, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. Ignore these. Transcendent again if you can, but like I said, if you're going for PvE, then use the Abyss Ring and the Lethal Fortune. If you're going for PvP, then you can't go wrong with this because it gives it 12 stat points, and then you can choose whatever ring you want right there. Now for the belt, again, I usually just go for this one, Tychon's Bloodlust, because of the fact it's the only belt I believe that has the stat points. Now, like I said, I like to run the Spectral Shadow because it gives you attack speed, bonus damage, and it's really useful to have attack speed in this build. But if you really want to use it for PvE, this is the setup you'd want to go. Get rid of this and use the Abyss, or you can use something else and have the Dawn Mist pants. So now here's the stats that I can play with. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the bonus crit right here. So yeah, as you can see, I already have around 1100. So as long as you're around 1000 to 1200 crit, you should be fine. Let's go ahead and get that breakpoint. And now I have 13 points left. Now, obviously, ideally, you'd want to have a lot of cooldown speed, but let's look at my stats right now. My attack speed is only 22% with this build. That's not very good because of the fact that, one, I don't have full traits on this. And I'm also missing full traits on this, which is another 6% right here. I'm missing the attack speed on the ring from the Lethal Fortune and from the Abyss Ring. So that's where the other 20% is going to come from, in case you were wondering. This is a really good build for PvP and for PvE. I'm not saying it's the best PvE build, but it can be used if you want to have like a jack of all trades, one build for everything. But again, I like this too because for PvE and the challenge dungeons, it's really good to have that DR. You can switch for all PvE and just go all damage, but like with this setup right here, you can get these points like that, this stat distribution. And yeah, mana is going to be an issue, but as long as you have the mana exchange, you should be fine. You could put the extra points where you want elsewhere. And again, these are I'm missing stats of like 5 decks here and then extra stat points right here from the Abyss, which is like an additional 8 points. Now, if I was going all damage, obviously, you know, I've seen people get like 70, 80 decks, you know, if they really wanted to. But I'm not going to go that route. So let's go ahead and put that away. And all right, let's go. Just because we're showcasing damage right now. Now 429, 476, 476, 429, 476, and that's without stellarites and attack buffs. If you want to go for some times, let's go ahead and put this on. 526, 472. So if you were to kind of like go over something like right here. I'm missing, where is it? So this right here, this gives you attack speed as well. In your rotation, those two skills give you attack speed, and you also want to go for skill specialization. But now let's go over the build itself. So the build, a lot of people have strong opinions on what the right traits are. So again, I'm just giving you the build. You can choose what traits you want to run yourself. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but just so you can see what it looks like, because not everyone's going to own these traits. I mean, this gear early on, they're not going to be able to peek it, but you can if you want to pause here. These are the traits that you can farm here on the crossbow. So you can get an additional 8% of attack speed here. Definitely go for that. Here's some more traits here. Some people go hit, heavy, and mana regen, or hit, heavy, and crit. Helmet. There's mana cost, efficiency, cooldown, and then your choice. Or you can run two traits. You know, I always go for the 2 evasions to maximize reaching up to 2k, but it's entirely up to you. If you do want to run the chest piece, these are the traits right here. Now, I wouldn't, but you can. Now, this is kind of like, if you do want to, another idea for a build that I have too is if you do want to run the chest piece, keep that. You can kind of make up for the traits by having the winged gloves that have the attack speed and 8 stat points. But, you know, that's up to you. You don't have to. Because if you want to look at it right here, it's in my warehouse. I don't want to go all the way over there. Let's go ahead and see where, what stats it has. Let's see, winged, where is it? See, it has attack speed, and then it also has, I think, +4 and 4 on each, dexterity and 2. So that's not bad. It has attack speed as well, just like the Dawn Mist gloves. But the difference is Dawn Mist comes with like extra crit, which is kind of important for the overall build. Let's get the traits. As you can see, you can run range, attack speed, and your choice. Or if you want to go for PvP, then obviously run both of these and then your choice. I've seen people even in PvP run both of these and they just fixate on one. Again, I'm not going to tell you what to build for yourself. Go ahead and let me go backwards. I completely forgot to show you guys the resonance on every single one, because that's the new thing going on. So if you want to see the resonance list, go ahead and check that out and pause. Same thing with this. Here's a resonance list. Go ahead and check it out and pause. Same thing with the helmet. Now let's go ahead and look at the chest piece. Pause the video so you can see for yourself. Now for the gloves, here goes the resonance list. So you can't get attack speed off here, so you have to be very choosy about what you want. Now, ignore this. Again, these pants aren't what you're supposed to be using. It's supposed to be the Dawn Mist. Unfortunately, I can't show you. I've been pretty lazy for the past month and a half. I wasn't able to do guild raids, mainly because users on the Korean server, I haven't joined a bigger guild on this character for a while. And it's just a lot of work getting all these different builds for you guys to showcase. Now for the boots, movement speed, max stamina, ranged evasion, all that stuff, all that jazz, you choose what you want to build. If you want to go for full 2k evasion, go for it. Build for the magic and ranged. Now here comes for the PvE build, Spectral Shadow. You get the SDR and max HP and debuff duration, and here comes the resonance list as well. I've already shown everything on here, so I'm not going to go ahead and repeat that. I also have, as you can see, I have the Hermit Shroud. If you want to see what that looks like, if I put on the passive for the daggers as well, just to kind of show you guys what that looks like. Let me go ahead and put that on. I actually have it on already. So as you can see, my ranged, hold on. Let me put on my daggers so I can have that mastery on. This is what my magic evasion looks like and ranged. And now look, without having full traits, I'm not fully traded on range and magic evasion, so I'm missing a lot. I have 1,000 range evasion, this much melee evasion, and that. Now I roll, and now I'm sitting at 1,800 and 1,400. Granted, I'm missing still a lot of evasion. So now looking at the stats here, you should be sitting at 40% attack speed and like 20% mana cost efficiency to be really efficient with your mana. Let's go ahead and go back. As you can see, my attack speed is 17.2, 4.3%. Now let's go ahead and, you know, show you some more of the damage that this build can do. Oh my god, I'm lagging, dude. Oh, hold on, I gotta reset. I really hate that about the ping. I'm trying, as you can see, I'm mashing buttons, but it's not going, even though I'm well within the range. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wait and go back with the build. I do enjoy this build. I do like it. I wish I did have 2 separate builds for, like I said, the necklace here and the other 2 that I had, because that would just give you an insane amount of attack speed to pull off a lot of things that you're not originally able to do, because otherwise I kind of have to cheese it to do stuff that give you extra attack speed, like my number 6 skill and number I think this skill right here, Wind Snatcher. Yeah, that skill right there would give me a lot more attack speed as well. So let's go ahead and try that again so you guys can see some of the damage. So 516, 516. Let's see how much damage I can do with, let's see, let's put on some more crit. And I'm going to use the AP buff. Oh my god, I'm going so slow. As you can see, I'm going really freaking slow. So the attack speed is, as you see, I'm not sure if you've seen other crossbow users, but they attack extremely fast, and they don't do this where they're stalling for time. Now, if you have the proper attack speed and the proper everything else, you should be able to do like 1,000,000 damage in like 30 seconds. I'm going to show you another crossbow dagger build for PvE as well, which is like a 2-piece Reaper, 2-piece Miracle of Mother Nature, which is really good. But for now, this is kind of like the Dawn Mist setup if you wanted to see what the damage was like, because you really want to be hitting these numbers pretty good. Like I said, 500 versus get rid of everything, and it's a lot less. Hold on, I'm missing some stuff too, because this is a PvP passive. Let's see, where is it? I already have that one, have this one. I think it's this one, yeah. This gives me more crit on targets I've applied crit for. So, there you go. Let me try that one more time, and let's see what that looks like. Unfortunately, I can't hit very fast. My ping's a little high right now. I'm not sure what's going on. It normally doesn't go that high. But if you want to use this for PvP, you can, and you can use it for PvE as well. Tomorrow I'm going to showcase another crossbow dagger build, but this is in case you were wondering what the Dawn Mist looks like. If you want to use all these, you can, but for PvE, I wouldn't recommend it. Use the other stuff that I said. Until then, use this setup. You can use for the weapons the Rex Chimerix bow, the Liquarius Thorny Edge, or you can also use the the other weapons, which give you a lot of stat points, which is on my other character, which is the Peerless Rampage bow and the dagger that has the hit on it. Let's go ahead and see what the name of it is. Let's go to the weapons, dagger. It's right here. It's the Silent Tracker. See, this Silent Tracker gives you a good amount of attack speed as well, I think. Let me double check, because I do have it on me. I think it's in my storage. It's in my storage, so you know what? Let's go ahead and check that out, because I don't want to give you misinformation. And again, if you disagree, feel free to say stuff in the comments. I like to crowdsource information. I know a lot of other people have Dawn Mist completely maxed out, so that way you can share your opinions on this. Let's see, where is my dagger? Right here. See, you got dexterity, perception 7, and cooldown speed +5. And look at the difference between what I have right here. 8 and 7 perception, 8 and 7 perception. And this one has crit. This one has attack speed. Yeah, I was right. Pair that up with the Peerless Rampage Bow. It's gonna be nasty because I think the Peerless Rampage Bow has like a lot more stats. I think it's like, man, I don't have it in front of me. I have it on my other character, so I can't really say. But yeah, hopefully that was informative for you guys and you got to see a little bit. You know what? Let's go ahead and do a little Infinity Dungeon. Let's do this. Let's bully this guy. The thing that sucks about it is the fact that I don't have the attack speed, so you're not going to see the times that you see here because there's a proper rotation to these things. Because with the right build, you could even kill these things. Look at that, 3 seconds. Look at all the rankings for this class. Let's see, rank rewards. Crossbow Dagger. Number 1 is 3 seconds, 4, 7 seconds right here. And it's all in Mortal Mark. And your explosion afterwards with all the accumulated damage that you do with the Brutal Incision as well. Let's try another Infinity Dungeon. Same guy without any no Guardian. I'm curious though. Let me see what my ping is at right now, because I actually am doing horrible right now. Yeah, I knew it. I'm like at 140 right now. Okay, here we go. Come on. Not the best. I could have done a lot better. Like if I set up everything beforehand. I forgot to pop this bad boy right here. You know what? Let's go ahead and do that again. Let's see, does that give me more damage at 276? Versus, let's see. Okay, that's not bad. All right. Okay. Damn it. I did worse. Even with the attack buff, but yeah, you gotta do the right rotations, otherwise it's gonna be poor. But yeah, don't do what I did right here and actually get the right traits, get attack speed. Unfortunately, I can only give you half the showcase because this needs to be fully traded. This, I was in the works of doing it, but I don't want to invest too much more time into it. I want to show you guys in the future, get this to 8% attack speed here, get that percentage of attack speed here, get the attack speed with the Abyss ring right here, get the Lethal Fortune ring, so you can get the attack speed up to 40%. Because the build is definitely very useful, and that build overall, even those accessories are PvE, you can use it for Like I said, you can use it as a 4-piece Dawn Mist, or you can use 2-piece Reaper, 2-piece Miracle of Mother Nature, 2-piece Reaper, 2-piece Abyss, 2-piece Reaper, and 2-piece Ghost. There's so many different builds with the Crossbow Dagger that make it such a fun class to play with. But for now, the showcase was the Dawn Mist, and let me know what you guys think. Hold on, let me go ahead and show base damage again to see what that looks like on the dummy before I go. Apologize for the delay. I'm doing a lot less editing videos and just going straight into just shooting one take. Yeah, see? 462. Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna stop here. Starting to frustrate myself. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and follow the Discord. Thank you guys. And tomorrow is supposed to be the wand stuff, or I might just do more crossbow stuff, but I should finish the tier 2 guides for all the builds, because the only build I have left really is the Abyss set and the Sacred Vanquisher set. So thank you guys for watching, and as always, stay blessed.